What's up, everyone? Criddle here, and I want to talk about the Kingsguard Lance. This thing was recently updated in a hotfix 1.1.2, I believe, and it is a lot better than it was previously. Previously, you had to actually fire at the lance, I guess, that you put into the ground. Now you can place up to 3 lances that basically work as a turret, and they hit every single thing around you. I found some of the best characters to use for this would be Blair and Valby, but you can use this with pretty much anybody. It would also be really, really good on Enzo once you get his buff, because it does snapshot the damage. So what you want to do is you want to get all of your buffs up and then place your turrets. Once your turrets are placed, they stay until you want them to leave, as long as you continue to recharge them. And you can recharge them up to 40 seconds if you have a fully catalyzed, or not catalyzed, fully leveled up 5 out of 5 Kingsguard Lance. Mine is not fully catalyzed right now, but I have put a little bit of work into it to make it a little bit better. As you can see, the damage numbers are very small, but there are a lot of them. So it just hits literally everything in an area. And what I have found to be the best use of this particular weapon is to use it with cold, so it just freezes everything. It makes it extremely good for crowd control if you're trying to do, like a defensive mission or something along those lines. So anyway, let's take a look at the build here. I'm just going to do it here on Blair. And what I can show you is when you put down the lance, it only has a 5-meter range. When you shoot it once, it'll extend that range a little bit, and you can see it starts doing damage. And it also extends the timer, which you can see is that purple diamond around it. And you shoot it again, it goes a little bit bigger, and shoot it again, it goes a little bit bigger, to a maximum of 10 meters. It starts out at 5 meters, and you can see that it hits literally everything within that circle, and it just constantly is doing damage. And like I said, the best part about this is that it freezes enemies. That's why I like to use it with cold. And then you can use it with whatever you want, whatever element you want, but if you use it with cold, it does make it to where they stay frozen. Anyway, so I'm using Blair right now to test this out, because I want to show you that the damage is, doing about 3,300 crits, and then about 8,000, 8,100 or so on the high-end crits. But if we were to, and this is going to bug out a little bit, so we're going to have to actually back out of here. So let me, nope, it didn't bug out. Okay, sometimes it bugs out. But if you actually put down your buffs, so I am using Backdraft, the Backdraft mod. I'll show you real quick. So you can see what I'm using. I'm using this Backdraft mod right here, which gives you firearm attack instead of skill power whenever you have the ground spawns and such. And then it also gives you more weak point damage here, but also firearm attack here, up to 5 stacks of that. So what we want to do is put down 5 stacks of this. You can see it over there. It's that little gun green thing. Is once we get 5 stacks, we can then use our C ability to get 5 stacks of the firearm damage. So now we're doing crit damage and firearm, and we can go ahead and put that turret down, and you can see it does significantly more damage. We are now doing a lot more crits, and we can go ahead and pump all 3 of these up so that they do max range, and they're doing max damage and max duration. You can see that things basically stay frozen all the time as long as they were within range. These things back here are not within range, but you could hit as many enemies as you want that are in there. And it does very, very good damage, and we will be upgrading that more as we go. But for right now, what I have in mind is I do have fire rate up. I actually don't think that this matters at all. I've done some testing, and it doesn't seem to matter outside of the gun itself. So it will increase the fire rate of the gun, it seems like, but it doesn't change the fire rate of the turrets. Because of that, we do have some other things. Let's see, do I even have that in there right now? I don't have that in there right now, but we will be adding that. But right now we have the firearm damage with recoil. Obviously recoil doesn't matter when you're using those turrets, which is mostly what I'm using this for. I do have the chill damage in here. We have better concentration, better insight for more crit. This does start with a base of 10% crit, so you can build upon that. And I believe it's a 1.4. I don't remember. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. Base crit damage. If we hold that down, base crit damage is probably 2. Well, I guess it's getting a bonus right here. So yeah, it starts at 12, and it goes up from there. And then I believe it's around 2. Nope, 1.7% base, it says right there. So we're adding 36% on top of that, which might be coming from the mods. I do have some decent mods on here. We got the firearm crit damage of 36%. That's where that's coming from. We have the crit rate increased, and then we have the firearm attack. I, again, have chill on here. You could swap that out for Colossus damage if you wanted to, but those do add together. So if you have the chill here, and then we also have the chill here, they do add together. Giving you a little bit more. And then we have finally over here the concentration priority. Things that I will be adding in here are going to be snowflake conductor. This does factor in. I have tested it a few times already. You can see mine is maxed out, but it does factor in when things are frostbite. It does the 26% extra attack. And then we're also going to be adding in the refrigerant gun barrel. I've only leveled mine up to here so far, but we will be maxing that out and putting that in as well. That'll be 2 of these spots, and it's just going to increase that cold damage even more, especially since we're going to be doing this with more cold damage. Everything is going to increase the firearm attack, which is going to increase the cold damage, and then we're going to try to maximize that cold damage. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the final slot over here. I might actually put in some more magazine size or something, because it does take 5 rounds to put down one of the turrets, so do be mindful of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can put in this right here, so chill priority, and this is where I want to talk about the firearm rate. So if you put in chill priority, that reduces the reload time, but the chill attack doesn't actually go as high as if you put in the refrigerant gun barrel, which does lower the firearm rate, or the fire rate, but it doesn't seem to affect the turrets at all. So this fire rate here will not lower it, and this one does not seem to increase it for the turrets specifically. Anyway, that is the build that I'm currently using. I want to kind of show off this weapon because it is actually very, very good. It does work with Enzo very well. It works with Blair very well, and Valby, specifically Blair and Valby, because you can put down the turret, you can put down a bunch of fire puddles or water puddles. This would also work probably with Viessa if you wanted to use it with her. She puts down her blizzard, and you're just kind of freezing everything in place and then doing damage to it, so it's not running out of your fire puddles or water puddles, and it just kind of stays right there. Anyway, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff, and come on over to the Twitch stream where I do stream daily, and we talk about different builds and just have some fun. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!